once you've seen the light of truth, you can never again believe a lie. Many of you have heard me tell stories and my love for my favorite hometown restaurant, Dinglewood Pharmacy, lunch counter. And if you're truly a Columbus native, now those of you who aren't from Columbus, you won't know anything about this, but if you are truly a Columbus native, then you'll know that there are two ways to enter the restaurant parking lot. Of course, you can enter the way regular folks do, which is come down Winton Road, that's the front of the restaurant, turn in the main entrance to the parking, or there is a single lane alleyway behind the restaurant that stretches between the two side streets that local folks know about and can enter the back of the parking lot. Now, I've known all of my life that the alleyway back there was a one-way alleyway. And because of the direction I most often come to the restaurant from, I generally, most of my life, have entered the restaurant parking lot through that one-way, single-lane alleyway. Now, I got to tell you, sometimes I get a little frustrated with drivers who don't do right. And one of the things that has always frustrated me about that alleyway is some people, when they're leaving the restaurant, will go the wrong way down the one-way alley. And so when you're coming in and somebody's going the wrong way, then one of you has to back up. And usually it's the person like me coming in, so you have to back up. And the whole time I'm backing up, I'm thinking if they would just go the right way, everything would work well. A few years ago, I was home visiting my parents in Columbus. And it just so happened that my sister and brother-in-law were there too, and we were discussing our favorite restaurant. My brother-in-law, Adam, is a connoisseur of Dinglewood Pharmacy. He also grew up in Columbus, and for a while, his office was right across the street from the pharmacy, so he ate there quite a bit. Probably ate there more than I did. We were talking about Dinglewood and how we love it, and somehow in the course of the conversation, my frustration about the alleyway and people going the wrong way down a one-way, single-lane alleyway came up, and Adam wholeheartedly agreed with me. Absolutely, that is frustrating. Why don't people just go the right way? But as we discussed this alleyway, it became apparent that we disagreed about which way was the right way. And I was confident, been confident my whole life. I said, Adam, I'm born and raised in Columbus. I've been going to Dinglewood Pharmacy since before I was born. I know the right way. You know what Adam said to me? Ben, I'm born and raised in Columbus, Georgia. I've been going to Dinglewood Pharmacy since before I was born. And I said, no, Adam, you come from this way. And Adam said, no, you go from that way. We were both confident in our belief that we were right, but only one of us could be correct. So you know what we did? The very next day for lunch, we made plans to go to Dinglewood. We went to Dinglewood. We went in the front way, the main entrance, Winton Road. We parked, and we got out, and before we went in for lunch, we decided we'd go over to the side street because Adam said there were signs there that said which way was the right way. I wasn't worried because I knew I was right. And when you're right, you can be arrogant. So we went into the side that I believe was the right way that you enter. And when we walked up to that side, there was a sign that said, "Do not enter." I thought, this cannot be right. So I said, well, let's walk across the block to the other side, the exit in my belief, and see what it says there. And we walked over there, though it was somewhat obscured with old growth shrubbery, there was a sign that said one-way entrance. I was wrong. Terribly wrong. The right and wrong, listen to me carefully, the right and wrong had not changed. What had changed was that I had come to know the truth. I could no longer arrogantly go the wrong way, believing that it was the right way. And indignant of others going that other direction. I had seen the light. I knew the truth. And because of that, from that day forward, I have only driven the right way down the one-way alleyway. Friends, Jesus is the light of truth. He gives understanding to what is right and what is wrong, true and false, life and death.